I did one, which is actually one I did. I think if you remember, I had Snoop doing them and Hope Hope. I had the dogs doing them. And I asked my dog, "How was your day?" And he said, "Rough." That joke has like 5,000 plus views on YouTube. And to me, that's a throwaway. That's a burner. That when I did it, I thought, oh, I'll be lucky, if I don't get thrown off of YouTube for that one.
Yeah. So,
But
so
yeah,
one thing that I have noticed, and I've tried to do more of, is I've tried to do, excuse me, I've tried to do the whole clickbait thing.
yeah,
So if I've got a joke, even if it's a story joke, it's not a question joke. If I can put a question in the
right,
title of the joke, of like, do
right,
you know, and then whatever, or
right.
you wouldn't, or the other one is you wouldn't believe what,
Yeah,
to put that in there, because it seems like when I do that, besides if I use it, if I use a picture of a pretty girl on the front of it, that
yeah,
gets lots
yeah,
of hit clicks. But
yeah.
it seems like those get more clicks than some of the other titles because everybody wants to know what kind of Disney princess they are.
Yeah. No, I've
It's
seen you do.
stupidity, but it works.
No, I think. Well, and it's funny you'd say that because I started. If you look for the last 3 years and 11 months or whatever, I've never used little emojis. I don't use emojis in my real life. But now the last couple of weeks, because I've been looking, and it's funny you'd say that. I started doing all caps. In other words, everything's all caps across the board. Your Comedy Minutes all in caps, the title's all in caps, capital letters.
Right.
Because I notice people, again, it's what you just said. I'll do anything to get them to click and at least take a look at what I have to say.
So the all caps gets more clicks.
Well, again, I'm mixing it up. I just started doing that, but it dawned on me the other day that, when I look at, because I don't know if you agree with this, but now I'm seeing more and more of these AI where it's not a robot, but it's a computer voice. There's no it's just
Yeah,
it's all
I think
AI,
it
it's all computer.
and I hate to say this because I know I'm going to sound racist to some people, but I think a lot of the Indian guys
Yeah,
that tell
no,
you how to
you're
fix their
right, but
computer,
yeah, and you
they're
even
all doing it with the
even the
robot voices.
voices they're
Where
doing are like, I know,
I listen to
yeah.
the videos where they don't do that, and I can't understand a word they say.
But what I'm saying is, I look at those numbers, and then again, I'm starting to question more and more of the numbers. Like I just did a Zoom with a guy the other day, and I looked over at Instagram, and he's got thousands and thousands of followers, and over on Twitter, he's got that, and you can buy those. And I'm not saying he did, but I recently did one with a young man, and I was shocked that he had this video from these two really famous guys. And I said to him, "Man, how did you get him to do it?" "Well, I paid him." He paid him $80 to film this little, like a Your Comedy Minute quickie for him. And I was shocked that you paid money? I've never paid a penny, and I never will, you know? And that's just me personally. And that's why, when I say that, you wonder how many of those, and, I don't want to stereotype, but those accounts, foreign accounts, where they have thousands of people over there running up the views, running up the hours. I see people that are monetized. I just did again, I don't want to dominate here, but I did a thing with, they have 8,000 views on a podcast that I wouldn't walk across the street to watch it.
So when did you start posting your jokes? What year?
Well, I've been doing it. I think February would be like 4 years. February would be 4 years. It
Okay.
was 4 years that I started.
So let me share my screen with you and the rest of the world.
Okay.
If I can find the right one here to share. So this is my channel analytics,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm clicked on subscribers right now, and you can see it was zeros, every once in a while a one or two here,
Right.
and then I get to here and it's. Let me move the cursor so you can see it. It's well, I can't even get on it, but you can see it's a big number. It's like
Yeah.
70 or 80 a day. And that the reason that is there is because I started doing the sub for sub thing when they were getting ready to unmonetize my channel because I
Hmm.
didn't have enough subscribers. And so I started doing. I made a concerted effort to try to get people to subscribe, and then see this big negative mark right here.
Yeah.
That's where YouTube went in and said most of these accounts aren't even real, and they took a bunch of them away.
Okay.
But that was okay because I was still over the amount by that time. I
Okay.
had tons of hours, but I just didn't have hardly any subscribers.
Right.
And then now you can see the subscriber count is clicking up,
Right.
where it's tens a day. It's not
Right.
huge, but it's better than
I
less than
think I think
I started out for
Stu.
years and years and had maybe one subscriber a week.
Well, the one thing that I will say, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, for anyone that's out there, just stop. Don't even worry about that anymore. You're the puzzle's over there. So now all you need is either 10 million shorts views or 3,000 hours in a year. Now the 10 million short views you need are in 90 days. So that and we're talking about being monetized,
Right.
because what you just posted there, I'm surprised you actually put that up there because it actually showed 4 million. Not, I was looking at it very intently because that's something that I look at. I'm over 5 million views and this and that. And what irritates me about that, Stu, you talk about Google and YouTube and the numbers and fluctuation. I have 9,000, 10,000 view hours or so, or even more. I think it's more than that. But they're not even crediting me. I'm about 1,600 or something because so many came from shorts. And when you talk about subscribers, I'm still growing every week by 10, 20 every week because whenever one of my shorts clanks, I call it clanks, that it's at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, I pick up, 10, 20 subscribers. Or I don't know if you've seen this or had this happen, that I'll be there and I look, in the morning and I'm like, wow, it's up 8 subscribers. And I look later in the day and it's up 15 subscribers. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Because my latest stuff, well, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, one of my shorts is now they put it back in, and now all of a sudden it's up at 7,000 views.
Right.
You know,
Now, one thing I noticed was once I went over 5,000 subscribers, I started getting subscribers at a quicker pace. And I'm wondering if the same thing's going to happen when I hit 10,000. Are they going to promote it more? When I hit 25,000, are there
I
certain
I don't know.
milestones maybe where you hit it and now all of a sudden the algorithm says,
What?
oh, this guy's got this
Stu,
many
I
subscribers.
can
Let's
tell you,
promote his video more.
I hit 10,000, and that was a goal. I thought if I can hit 10,000 subscribers, well, I got that. And then I went to now I'm 11,300 subscribers. Nothing changed. Nothing. When I say nothing, tonight when we're done this, I got a joke reel I put together. I like it, but I can tell you from my heart of hearts, if I hit submit at 7:30, 8 o'clock, or 8:30, whenever I put it up, if I don't do anything, when I get up tomorrow, it'll still be sitting at 8, 10 views. That's all. Because when I submit one, I go to Facebook and I steer everyone back to YouTube. I tell you all the time, it's just YouTube. So when I share it, I put it up on YouTube, then I hit share to Facebook. And all that does is put the link, it sends them back to YouTube. Then share to Twitter, and I do a description. And again, it sends them back to YouTube. Threads, Reddit, Instagram, I can't do links, so I'll actually put one. But I've had some success in Instagram since we talked. And then I also use LinkedIn, Pinterest. In other words, anywhere I can do it to try to gain exposure. And even with all that, I may wake up tomorrow with 30 or 40.
Yeah. But have you done TikTok?
No, I don't do TikTok. I'll never do TikTok.
So I tried doing TikTok, and for a while I had one of these at the end of my joke. I'd hold this up, right?
Right.
Well, does it look backwards or forward to you?
It's fine. That's the way it came up.
So when you do TikTok videos, you have to make one that's backwards because there's no way to flip your video around on your phone in a TikTok video.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, Stu. I'll never do a TikTok
So,
video.
so I tried doing them for a while, and it just got to be too much of a pain in the butt. I didn't really notice any increase in subscribers or anything else. I was getting a couple thousand views each time I posted one,
Yeah.
and I was doing the shorts, but on TikTok and holding up my little backward sign, and it just, like I said, it got to be too much of a hassle, so I stopped.
Well, the only way I think you can actually, it's like putting it on Instagram. It's the same way. Without a link there, you're depending on someone to copy and paste or go in and type in Pirate Stu's dad joke into YouTube. Just doesn't happen.
So I need to show you my new stickers. I
Okay,
got new
cool,
stickers.
cool.
So my old stickers look like this.
Yeah, that was up on the screen earlier, right?
And I realized it's like I'm giving these out to people. Most people on Facebook, and stuff are over 40, 50. How many of them are going to sit down and type all this in to the URL and actually go there? And I decided I don't think that's the most effective use. So I made these. Oops. I made these. If I can get them to show up, get the sweet spot here. Where it doesn't matter if it's sweet spot or not, but basically it's the
Yeah, I
QR
see what it
codes.
is.
So somebody points it at that, it takes them to my website, and they can download my songbook or
Wow,
or whatever. So
that's pretty cool.
we'll see if that improves anything.
Yeah. Well, it's all about, experiment. I'll give you something, Stu, that I just, because I have a lot of the, excuse me, a lot of younger, kids. I've done some stuff with younger kids, and I went over, excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat's bad. And I looked at his page, his YouTube page, and he's working hard. He's really trying. And I noticed he had a whole different layout. I mean, like nothing that you or I, that I've never been able to do. So I actually contacted him last night and I said, Bud, how did you do that? And he left me a couple of voice things. And today I changed. Now I'm not finished yet, but I changed my YouTube front page, when you click on your comedy minute. Yeah, it has the top, home, video, shorts, community. But down below, first thing I did was remove all the shorts because I don't care about the shorts. They're not going to help me.
Right.
I just have my videos. Then I have past live streams. And down below, I put playlists because that's what that young man has. And I sorted it by my latest jokes, special guests, and joke reels. And he commented today, he said, boy, Scott, it really looks professional. If you pull it up, you can pull it up and share it with, I mean, just take a look at it. I mean, I streamlined it. And if you saw what that kid's doing, you can change the layout so that you have just playlist. He's got 4 different playlists, all with nice pictures, nice, and I think that has a lot to do with what you were talking about, clickbait and people going, hey, I want to see what this guy's got to say. There's hundreds of people out there telling jokes.
Right.
We have to sell the sizzle, not the steak.
Yeah, I think yours looks a lot like mine.
Yeah, it is. The only difference is I cut out that popular and I turned off that for you because that doesn't do anything. People now go over, and if you go down to where the playlists are now, because again, there are people that are making it easier.
Yeah. So I got it up here. You got your welcome channel, your welcome video here,
Right.
right?
And then just down there where it says created playlists,
streams, created
and
playlist.
down at the bottom, what that does, there's all the special guests. You're up there,
Yeah,
and it takes you to every one of those. And then I mean, it makes it more streamlined, Stu.
yeah. See what I've got is I've got it does this latest thing. I guess I could maybe turn that off.
Well, yeah, if you
Wait a minute, I've got the wrong.
go to home, click home. There you go.
Yeah, this is what people see when they come there. So it's a welcome
Yeah,
video.
the for you
It's
videos, popular
videos,
how to.
videos.
Okay,
I've
yeah,
got them sorted in groups.
yeah.
Um,
Well, after this
try
is
to
over,
make it
I'll
easier
send
for
you
people to
you
find.
got your shorts down at the bottom.
Yeah, I put those down at the bottom because, like you said, I really don't care that much about them.
They don't mean anything to me.
Anyway,
I'll never get 10 million in 3 months. Never. You know,
yeah.
not everybody's cut out to do what we're doing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I keep my fingers crossed that someday I'll actually take off and make some real money off of this. But
well, and for the longevity that you and I have been doing it, 4 years now. I just had a girl recently that she wanted to come on. I did the half-hour Zoom with her. 2 weeks later, I quit doing podcasts. I'm not doing podcasts anymore. I gave up. I'm doing another one with her, that one kid wanted to do it and he backed out. I think he gave up. I think, again,
there's a lot of those people out there. They watch these videos on YouTube on how to make money off YouTube.
And they think,
and they watch a couple of those videos and they think it's as simple as just making some content and throwing it up, and it's not quite that simple.
I think the bottom is falling and will continue to fall on podcasts. And I don't mean to be mean to the people that are doing podcasts, but there are so many podcasts out there, and if you're not doing video with your podcast, in other words, and here's the old Pee Wee Herman, I'm listening to reason. Google just got out of doing podcasts. And the reason they got it, why do you think they got rid of doing podcasts?
No money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why
Shipwrecked is basically a podcast. It's just with video. It's just people sitting around talking.
Well, but there are people that just have podcasts and no video. I did one with 2 guys, and I don't, nothing against them, but every week they put in, but on YouTube, and no views. I'm thinking, why even bother?
Yeah. Well, you got to come up with something that people are going to watch, and Lord knows they're not watching my jokes. Everything I make is off of me showing you how to fix your recliner because the spring popped off of it.
Well, Stu,
it's my hobby of telling jokes.
You may look, because you and I know each other now a little bit, and you told me how you got monetized in the first place, and you may shift gears. You may say, hey, you know what? I'm going to concentrate the heck with these jokes and the dad jokes and and shift gears just to doing something different. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think I'm still going to do my dad joke of the day because my average joke's 17 seconds. Video editing and stuff takes a little bit of time, but it's not that onerous.
Right.
But what gives me hope is probably at least once a month, I have somebody leave a comment of, I don't understand why this channel is not more popular or has more views, or why isn't this joke going viral? And it's like, okay, well, somebody out there appreciates it. It's just, traction, but that's okay. Because
hang on, Stu, because
jokes to get rich.
I've been meaning to tell you this. You put out a video. It was, I guess it was, a few months back, where you and I guess Lori were out, and you wanted to buy non-alcoholic beer.
Yep.
And they were carding you.
Yep.
And I could tell you were getting a little. You were starting to get a little. And I thought to myself, that video would have gone viral had you been able to shoot, because you had to put the camera up But had you been able to and just blocked out their face, because that was preposterous. What they were saying to you was preposterous.
Yeah, yeah.
They were carding you for non-alcoholic beer, and you were like pleading with them. At the other Walmart, I don't have to show ID for. Oh yeah, that was. I watched that very intently.
Well, you know what's weird is at my local Walmart here, you know, it might have something to do with the big gray beard, but they don't, you know, even going through self checkout, I'm ringing up beer. They just come over, scan. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they
It,
never
it made
ID
no
me.
sense. It
You
made
know,
no
but they
sense.
were going to ID the guy with the, you know, fat man with the long gray beard. They were going to ID me for buying non-alcoholic beer. It just, yeah, I just screwed myself right into the ceiling on that one.
Yeah. Oh, I knew you were upset.
But hey, at any rate, I'm running out of time here on my free Zoom account.
Okay.
But I appreciate you getting together. I promise I'll get these videos up one of these years.